Welcome to episode 1 of Guitar Alchemy, my brand new series in which I'll endeavour to teach you cool stuff to practice on guitar every week. Our first lesson is based on an etude that is comprised of some moving single string motifs that come together to sound like this. I'm going to break that into sections, put the tab on the screen, talk a little bit about picking and fretting. But before I do it, let me tell you about the Guitar Alchemy folder. To make this stuff even more fun for you in the practice room, I'm going to upload the PDF, guitar profile, and the backing track for every Guitar Alchemy lesson in the future into a folder on my Gumroad store. You can access that folder for a one-time fee of $3. There's no subscription, there's nothing else to pay. If you come back in a year's time, you'll find it chock full of tabs, lessons, and video links. So check out that folder, I'll put the link in the description. Okay, on with the lesson. To refresh your memory, here's the etude slower and unaccompanied. The key of A minor, comprised of the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm going to be working on the G, B, and higher E strings upward and then downward the same strings. Each string has 2 groups of 4 and 1 group of 6 in melodic units. Let's look at those units on the G string. Alright, now before you even change strings, you might want to make a drill out of that. You want the pick to move straight up and down, not necessarily parallel to the guitar body. You can still play with a downward escape or an upward escape in my case, but you want the pick not to scoop in and out like a horseshoe. Moving to the B string, we're going to continue in the key of A minor, but we'll be in 5th position. And onto the high E string, 7th position, so starting with the 10th fret, 7, 8, 10. Alright, now I'm going to talk about my fretting choice there. I get asked a lot about whether to use fingers 1, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 4 whenever a whole tone plus a semitone spacing comes along. In this case, I've gone for a best of both worlds scenario. A lot of people notice the discrepancy between the 3rd and 4th fingers, and also there's probably some neurological evidence that the nerves, the shared nerves between those 2 fingers make it pretty tricky to do, as opposed to this. Having said that, I've spent time doing it both ways, but what you can do with that thing is trade them off in that position as a lick unto itself. Try that kind of thing. It helps to have both options, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. What we want to do when we connect those is not have a space in between. So because we're in 7/8 time, we're actually going to jump across 1/8 note earlier than it might feel if you're not used to that time signature. Let's talk about the descending idea. We're still going to work in groups of 4, 4, and 6, this time beginning on the 12th fret of the high E string. So that time our 6's motif is a little bit different. And the other motifs are actually the opposite of what we did before. Now, when we jump to the A string, we'll jump to the B string, we'll jump to the A note on the 10th fret. Now, I'm going to explain why I went for 1, 3, 4 in that space in just a second. This is why it's good to have options, because while I could do both, I do feel that the little finger, when I move from this position on the E string over to here on the B string, the little finger only has to shift over 1 fret. Whereas if I do the other way, I just feel like the second finger or the third finger have got a bigger journey. When little details matter, I prefer the option that requires the least movement between strings. Same thing when I go to the G string. So when I go down from the 7th fret here, my little finger will actually be on the 10th fret like it was before. All right, so here is the descending part put together. Let's hear the Etude put together one more time at full speed. Have fun studying this Etude. Don't forget to go and grab the extra materials at the Guitar Alchemy folder at Gumroad, and I'll see you soon for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.